takes to make that bottom groove work, especially in turns 3 and 4. And in order to make that bottom groove work, you really have to get your entry right into turn 3 and get that thing so that the left side tires are right down on the white line. Otherwise, you get stuck in no man's land right against that first seam.
Turn 3, you can't describe it unless you are physically driving in there at 190, 200 mile an hour. It feels like it's off-cambered and you're going the other way, like negative banking. And when it does that and you turn left to get down the bottom line, the rear end of the car gets light, and it starts kind of steering you down the line, and you're hanging on, and next thing you know, you gas up because you got so much real estate up off. But the entry to that part, you get nightmares thinking about it.
Let's get more on Menard with Jamie.
Yeah, this run he fired off just a little bit tighter, but it was slowly coming to him, and he just now told his team it has stabilized. But if you look right there, right in the middle of the nose, he's got a little piece of debris. They're keeping an eye on it, not too concerned right now, but Paul's definitely watching his temps.
It seems like every time we come to Michigan, California, the other 2-mile oval fits this category 2, debris on the grill at some point rears its head.
Yeah, there's a lot of hot dogs up here, Adam.
We're not at Martinsville. Brandon Jones, Justin Allgaier, that's 7th, right behind Nemechek. And Bell going after 2nd on the apron as we come across the start-finish line.
Well, and that's like we talked earlier, that's the danger of when you try to make a pass and don't have something happen, and then the guy behind you carries that momentum like Bubba has been talking about, and Cole has been really working that bottom, but Paul has moved down into his lane to try to put some dirty air on the front of his car. So
9 to go, stage 2.
280 is max for us. You're not getting above 280. So I got 10 more degrees. Yes, sir. Off the last number you gave us, you have 10 degrees off of that.
It's all about that debris on the grill, right?
Yeah, and these guys set the limits right on what they think is the max. So with all the things that are going on with the engine in today's world, you can't get them too hot, or they just start losing power and it starts damaging the engine. So in this track position game, you don't want to have to pit or let somebody go by to try to get the debris off the car. So they don't have far to go here, but definitely got to keep an eye on it because there's definitely some debris on the front of that car.
Saw Ryan Sieg in the 39 get by Briscoe up to 11. That 39 car really good here in practice yesterday. He was so bad early in the race, they had to come down and make a stop, just get an adjustment, no tires on one of those early cautions, and kind of back and forth since then, unable to really crack the top 10 on a consistent basis.
Well, this place can do that to you in practice because you get a bunch of cycles on the tires, and then you think your car is tight, so you keep loosening your car up, and if you don't put sticker tires on at the end of practice or make a long run at the end of practice, you really kind of lose sight of where you are. And then if you didn't do that and you start the race with sticker tires and you fill the thing up with fuel and you make adjustments to make your car looser, you see that a whole bunch here at Michigan because of the fact that it gets so tight in practice.
You said a word earlier, Bubba, momentum, and I feel like we just keep having that translate on track everywhere we go when we're looking at a battle.
Absolutely. I mean, look at the 7 here of Allgaier. He's trapped on the bottom just because those 3 cars on the top have the big mow, and he'll lose these 3 spots, and he tries so hard to keep it pinned on the bottom, but I mean, you're wide open down there, maybe fighting it a little bit, pedaling it, and it's just nothing you can do. Those guys are just in line, in sync, and motor on by, so you regather your thoughts, get your momentum built back up, and try to charge back and pass it back.
Probably don't sell Justin Haley enough. So consistent in his rookie season. Went to the Championship 4 last year in the Gander Outdoors Truck Series, driving for GMS. Made the move to the Xfinity level, and he's really been positive through 12 races.
I need him to do really well. That's my pit crew on Sundays.
Oh, there you go.
Those are the ones that wave all the time. So, yeah, we like to have fun, so definitely pulling for them.
You want momentum of a different kind here, huh?
Absolutely. You take all the momentum you can in this sport.
Allgaier's been quiet, so has Briscoe.
I think when you look at Chase Briscoe, I thought they had a decent car in practice. I didn't see why they got shuffled back there, for that last stage and the restart there. But it just takes time to make up ground here, and then you pass 2 or 3 cars, and the group in front of you is a half a straightaway ahead of you because they've been nose to tail, and it takes a long time to make track position back up on the racetrack.
Trouble again for Ray Black Jr. No caution yet. 4 to go, and he's well out of the way. So unless there's some debris, we likely will not get our 4th caution until we end this stage. 52, David Starr going a lap down. And the momentum there that was taken away from Menard managing the lap traffic has opened the door for Christopher Bell.
Well, you saw the back of the 12 car kind of slide as he went by that lap car, and it looked like he probably had to breathe the throttle, and that 20 car drove right up to him.
Talk so much about the big 3 this year. Menard has dominated this race, but right behind him, that trio of drivers that we have looked to each and every week in the Xfinity Series. Bell, Custer, and Reddick. They've won the last 6 races, 8 of 12 from 2019.
And that guy, you know, he restarted 10th. And we talked earlier about how he's been able to make his way through traffic a little bit better than most other cars. And you see him up here in 4th, you know, with this lead pack. So I like the way that Tyler Reddick is able to maneuver a little better than the rest of them.
Mentioned the big 3. Here's what they've done this year. This graph is incredible because when you look at the dips for both Bell and Custer, you see they've had problems. And then you look at Reddick, and he just goes straight across. Average finish 4.2.